Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. I hope you woke up this morning with gratitude in your heart. I'm just going to do a transition garden video this morning. I am transitioning from summer to fall or cool weather crops, and I just wanted to share with you about don't delay your transition. Okay, so the reason why I am sharing this with you because a lot of times you think you have to wait until one thing comes to an end before you start something else, and that's not true. So what I have here is a late summer harvest for some things, but I needed to go on and start my fall garden, and so what I did was I started some seedlings inside the house and even on the patio, so that as September rolled in, I won't be starting from fresh seed. And so that means that I had to do a couple of things: pull up some old stuff. I had to amend the soil, meaning that I had to refresh it. I had to put some new fertilizer, some new soil, and so forth. And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have a vision, and you have gone so far, and you have to refresh it. You have to amend it, and so that the ground that you are sowing in and this vision that you're sowing in becomes viable for thriving. All right, so that's enough for that. So here's what we got. We've got these pepper plants that are doing like super duper amazing. Right here in this little cluster is habanero plants, these purple plants, purple peppers. I'm not sure what they call. They were actually mislabeled, and so I just rolled with it. And I have got some ghost peppers over there on the far end. But I had to pull up some of the other vegetables that were in this garden bed. And so what I did was I did just what I just told you. I amended the soil so that I can begin to plant new vegetables. So right here I have red mustard greens growing here, red mustard greens growing there. And I just did this the other day. What do I have here? I have some red mixed greens that I sowed here just the other day. And these I have, this is red, oh, this is pak choi right here. So I'm so excited about that. That's a new thing for me. But anyway, I want to show you that this was a seedling that just came out of the ground, probably from some compost. And I said, ooh, a cucumber, let me pot it. And this is what it's doing. It's growing, okay? I even got this really cool trellis just in case it really grows. I'm just testing out this idea. All right, in these smart pots, I planted collards in this one, and I planted red Russian kale. But notice that there's a lot of space in between. That's because I've been taking the seedlings out of these smart pots, and I've been planting them into the soil in my raised beds. And so I use this as opposed to planting cells of green seeds. I just planted them in here, and I've been taking them out one by one. I'm going to eventually just have this one in here and this larger one, and I'm going to find a new home for these seedlings here. And the same with the collards. The collards are doing great. I'm going to leave this one in this pot, but I'm going to take these seedlings out and find a new home for them in the raised beds. All right, so some of the look at the ghost peppers just ripening and doing their thing. All right, so here I have sugar snap peas that I planted. I didn't even date this, but I planted these back in August, probably the early August, and they're doing great. I have a mixed chard plant here, and I had a broccoli plant here, but this is the last one standing in this space. I pulled up because the insects were getting it, and so I was like, let me move those. So the sage is doing great. That's still left over. Chard and beets are still doing good. Been picking from those. And I have over there some beans, butter beans over in this area here that I planted, and I've been picking them, so they've been doing really great. And what have you, basil here. I've been pulling some, cutting back on the lemon balm, and I'm going to cut that all the way back. And right here, I'm always growing onion chives, so they're doing great. Yesterday, right here in this corner, right there, those are garlic chives, but I needed them to cook my salmon, so I went on and just cut those down. They'll grow back instantly. Let me move over here so that so that I can share a little bit more about what's going on over here. So listen, you guys, it's so important to know that, go on and start sowing something new, creating something new in the process of time, so that you can have an ongoing flow of energy and creativity. So right here, I have some collards and some radish right there, and from that same smart pot, I planted these broccoli came from over there. But I've got some kale, some red lettuce, and different vegetables over here. Now, mind you, I'm transitioning, so everything is very young, but it's okay because, if you plant and sow and take care of things, that you will bear fruit. So in this bed, which used to be, not tomatoes, cucumbers and squash and all of that. So that season was over. Recognizing when the season is over, so that you can go on and pull that, extract that, begin to sow something else for your new season. All right, or just expand on it. So right here I have collards. These collard plants came from that smart part over there. They were just seeds, and then they became seedlings. Now they are maturing into nice little plants, and I'm like super grateful for that. In this smart pot, I have some kale. It's looking a little yellow, so we got to figure out what's going on with that. But I have been transplanting seedlings from here into the ground. So that's been an idea of being able to use small little seedlings and planting them into the raised beds. So here in this garden bed, I have some red chard that's right there, and I have some mixed greens and a dragon peas or beans in this area right here. I just planted that this week, but what you see here, and these sugar snap peas, like right here, all that was planted around August 14th. So what I'm doing, like every 2 weeks, I am seeking to plant something different, or even sometimes I add a little bit to what I've already started planting, sometimes every day or every other day. So I've got spring kale in that little area there. I've got some garden beans. That's a garden bean plant there. But this is what I'm like super proud of right here, because I've never planted greens per se over here. So I have some Napa cabbage. Y'all see that Napa cabbage, like Chinese cabbage? Love it. So excited about that. And finally, I am starting to see the fruit of my labor. This is red cabbage. So I'll be thinning that out, and hopefully to have some really great harvest. Uh-oh, I just stepped in an ant bed. And I know that this is a hot bed for ant bed right where I'm standing. Something got me, but that's okay. So let me hope I don't make you dizzy. Yes, so that's red cabbage there. Okay, red mammoth cabbage. And then I've got dill. Look at those little dill seedlings. And here are some Katsuana mustard greens right here. That's a new one for me. Golden beets right here. This is red Russian kale. I'm going to have plenty of kale. I eat lots of kale. I refuse to buy leafy greens this fall and winter. All right. So, all right. What's happening here? Oh, this is dazzling blue kale right here. This is carrots. This is doing really great. I even planted some more right here. And another one right here. This is one I planted earlier in the season. And so that's doing good. That's broccoli. Remember I moved that broccoli? So I moved that broccoli from over there and put one of them right here. I'm not playing. Marigolds look so beautiful. Aren't those beautiful? All right, so let me move on. So that's just the raised beds. Oh, wait a minute. I need to go over here to my tomato bed. This is a long video. This is supposed to be brief. Anyway, I hope you're still with me. Alrighty. So let me help you wrap this up. So this is the tomato bed, and I have a late harvest of tomatoes. And that's because Callie Kim showed me what to do. And my tomatoes are looking so beautiful. I'm like so proud of them. And I'm letting them hang out here until they don't produce anymore. But also, we're talking about transitions, right? So In these areas, I started planting seedlings. Although the tomato plants are still inside the bed, I didn't want to waste. I didn't want to waste space. You know, I have to be careful about wasting space. I can't go that way, so I'm going to go this way. I'll come around. Okra people, okra. Say hello to the okra. I need to harvest some okra. See, I got some okra that I need to pick. All right, so I'm back over here in the tomato bed. So what I did here, I started planting my greens underneath the tomato plants, because I know the tomato plants are going to be coming up soon, probably in the next 2 weeks or so, and I've already got a head start on my greens. Do y'all hear me? I'm trying to tell y'all to stop waiting until one thing ends. Keep going. Keep sowing. I keep saying that. That is my perpetual message of hope. Keep sowing. Look at that wasp. Go away. These red wasps. Let me move this out of the way. See my red mustard, kale, Red Russian kale, mixed greens over there. This is a rutabaga, y'all. Rutabaga, collards. There's some good stuff here. I can't wait to fill this bed, but I'm taking my time. All right, last but not least. Oh, I won't say last but not least. That's a lie. Over here. This is a long video. These are cute zucchini plants. I was like, I might be able to get some zucchinis before the frost come. So guess what I did? I planted. This little contraption was my patio umbrella that broke, so I turned it into a trellis. All right. I waste nothing. This is a cucumber plant that I found, or I may have planted, and I sat it over here. But you know what? Over here, I'm testing out a Back to Eden garden over here. Let me just see if this really works. So I don't do anything to this. I just got it layered and let the earth feed these plants like it does anyway, without our help. So these are, I want to say these are cucumber. They might be zucchini. I don't even know, to be honest. And then I had a pepper plant that was kind of dying, but I stuck it over here with the pear tree. It seems to be doing good. All right, pear trees, y'all. I'm not going to go down that way, but I am going to go over here to the container garden over here. So anyway, look at the eggplant. I got like a lot of eggplant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 eggplant on this plant. That's what I'm saying, late harvest. You stay there and do your thing, eggplant. But over here, my black cherry tomatoes, they're coming to an end, but, you know, it was fun. But again, like I told you, I got eggplant. Eggplant's going to die soon, but I went on and planted some greens here, and I think these are broccoli seeds, broccoli plants. So they're growing while the eggplant is going out on its last season there. Red mustards. These are cuttings from my begonia. I pinched back my begonia plants, and so then I stuck them in some soil because they'll take root. Again, here's my red mustard greens, and I'm so excited about that. And these melon plants, these were just some melon plants I found, and they were seedlings, so I stuck them in some container pots and got a melon growing. Trying to tell y'all. Alrighty, same thing here. There's a melon, and there's one behind there too. I'm not going to go dig it out. This is from a tomato cutting. So I cut a tomato, a cutting from my main tomato plant. I let it root, and now I have tomatoes on this plant. I didn't even have to go buy this. And these tomato plants are just ones that I just stuck them in the ground, and they weren't doing much, but then I put them in their own container. So now I have tomatoes. And same here. And so this is, again, late harvest, but still I'm sowing along the way. See? I'm planting along the way. So I'm going to stop here. This is my homemade trellis that I made. I'm going to stop here because what I want to end with, I know this video was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but I just want to share with you that don't delay your transition. Start sowing something different now. You know, add on, extend. Everything that you see that I started new, I had to amend the soil. Sometimes you have to make some adjustments, but make the adjustments and sow something different. Be creative. There's just never an opportunity. There's never not an opportunity. I know that's a double negative, where you cannot create something new. Create something new today. Don't delay your transition and go and be great. Have a good day. Bye bye now.